Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So today we are going to learn chapter 1. The topic for chapter 1 is overview of information. So for this chapter, after learning this chapter, you should be able to understand these three concepts. The first one is the importance of information. The second one is you should be able to understand what is the differences between tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. And then you should be able to understand the concept of information literacy. Alright, we move to our first slide. First, you need to understand what is the differences between data and information. So data is raw. Okay, raw. For example, you get, I give you your quiz marks. So you get it for each of the student. You get your quiz marks. Alright. Compared to information means data that already been organized, meaningful and useful. So means that from that quiz, I sort who is the highest and who is the lowest. So means that it is meaningful. From that data, we know who get the highest mark and who get the lowest mark. And for example, another example, what is the average marks? So means that data has been processed. Okay, so that one is the differences between data and information. Data is raw, okay, and information is data that already been organized, meaningful and useful. Alright, so next you have to differentiate between good information and poor information. What are the characteristics of good information and what are the characteristics of poor information? Okay, here characteristics of good information are relevant. Okay, for example, you read information from the social media. Okay, from that you can analyze. Okay, is the information is relevant? Is the information is timely, accurate, concise? Okay, in terms maybe in terms of the data itself, right? So compared to poor information, when you read the information, you feel that information is irrelevant. Swamping means too much information. Unclear means, for example, in terms of the date, in terms of the time, in terms of the data itself. Maybe the information also incomplete. Okay, so you as a student, please do not spread that information when you get the poor information. Right, so means that when you read some information, especially from the social media, you have to analyze, is the information is good information or is the information is poor information before we spread or circulate or distribute the information to others. Right, next you have to understand the concept of tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge, types of knowledge. Okay, there are two types of knowledge, tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. Tacit knowledge means informal knowledge, means that you get it in terms of observations, from the emotions or from the experience of a person, because it is unwritten and unspoken. Tacit knowledge means you get it informal. Okay, it is unwritten and unspoken. For example, you observe, you see, you observe your mother cooking. Okay, for example, but from that you get knowledge. Okay, that one is also knowledge. You get knowledge. You learn from observation how your mother cook. Okay, that one we call as tacit knowledge. Compared to explicit knowledge means that you get it formally from class. For example, you get it formally from when you read book. For example, means that explicit knowledge is knowledge that can be readily articulated, codified, assessed and verbalized, and it can be easily transmitted to others. Okay, for example, you have class now, so you get information formally, so it is explicit knowledge and you can find it in books, in organization website, for example, in ebook, in website from library, right, in library website, for example. Okay, so that one we call as explicit knowledge. Okay, next part. Okay, you have to understand what is information literacy. Actually, information literacy you have gone through it when you conduct your assignment, when you do your assignment. Okay, so information literacy means your ability, okay, to locate, to identify, to organize and to evaluate and to select the information. For example, you get assignment, okay, from the lecturer. Okay, the lecturer already state the requirement of the assignment. So from that you start searching. Okay, then you have to know which search engine you need to use. Okay, and then what types of information that you have to search, right? So must be based on the requirement of the assignment. Okay, then you get which website, okay, you want to identify the information. Then when you get information, you have to organize, sort everything. Okay, yeah, you evaluate the information, you select which information. Okay, and then from that you combine, you discuss with your group mate. Okay, before you write it. Okay, that one we call as ability of information literacy. Then means that you have to have computer skills and you have to have research skills. Means at your level as student, you must in yourself itself, you must have always have curiosity to search, right? Because it is important for your academic achievement as well as information literacy is basis for lifelong learning. Means that for your career enhancement also you must have information literacy. Okay, strategy for using literacy skills for nowadays. Okay, usually we use internet lah. Okay, as we face the situation now. Okay, so internet is the best ever place lah. Alright, compared to physical library. Okay, the next one maybe physical library lah. Okay, and then impact of information literacy to our staff. When we have information literacy, you should be able to determine the extent of information needed. Kita sendiri tahu sejauh mana kita perlukan information tu. Okay, access information efficiently, critically evaluate information and its resource. Okay, means that it can generate your critical thinking when you have information literacy. Can use information effectively to learn, to create new knowledge, to solve problems, to make decisions, right? As well as you also can understand the current situation, okay, in terms of economic, in terms of legal, social, political, and cultural issues. Advantage when you have information literacy. Okay, as a student, you can learn, find, evaluate, okay, synthesize the information to develop your critical thinking. Also, you can understand again, okay, in terms of the current issue, right? In terms of economic, legal, social issues that surrounding you, right? Okay. Okay. Next part is effective user of information. Okay. You realize the information need. Okay, you know where to look for it, for the information. You know which website you nak cari. Okay, nak Google pun you tahu apa keyword yang nak guna untuk Google that information. Then you can find information in variety source, right? From newspaper, from books, from website. Okay, you can make critical decisions about actuality, validity, currency, relevancy, right? Okay, so that's all for topic topic 1, overview of information. So if you have any questions, okay, feel free to drop it into the I will upload this into the YouTube channel, and also link to YouFuture so you can interact comments through the YouFuture. Right, so that's all for topic 1. Till we meet again for topic 2. Thank you.